Vodka game number 2. Ah, man, that first game was sick. We thought Zuppi was going to choose Arabia for game 2. Turns out he's chosen to play Baltic, and this is now a restart of the first game, or the first try on this map, because Vodka lost a villager to a boar. It was before the 5-minute mark, so he called a restart, and as a result now it means that Vodka cannot call to restart another game this series. That's it, he's used it up, and obviously that's insane, because the last map, the game number 4, I think this is actually a really important point and a really interesting point. Game 4 is the most random kind of map pack. It's like, you know, there's a load of really weird maps in there. There's some ensemble maps on there as well, which are notoriously like awkward to play, and you can really mess you over if you get a bad start. So using your restart up early means that you're not saving it for the last game, game 4, which could have the potential to be really, really bad if you can't get a restart. So it's interesting that he's done that, because being 1-0 up and calling a restart on losing just a single villager on a boar obviously says, like, yeah, he really wants him to go 3-0 here, which is good. I think that's a good thing. Obviously, if you lose a villager to a boar at this kind of level, you know, on a water map like this, it's probably game over for you anyway in that situation. But you know, it's not impossible to come back from that. But Vodka called the restart anyway, and so we're going to redo game number 2, and this time then it's Vodka up to the northwest of the map, or just, well, I guess to the west in the red, playing as the Vikings, and of course Zuppi down to the south in the blue, playing as the Vikings as well. Now, like we said, we probably assume that Zuppi's going to want to try and play on, well, he's going to want to play on Baltic here to probably get his revenge on water. He's going to want to do that. Oh, Vodka, no, not again! Oh, he nearly lost another villager there. Trying to block the boar with his sheep. He's trying to be clever. And then he ended up blocking his villager instead, which was, you know, fractions of a second from death there. Not so good, but fortunately, this time, I guess, he didn't actually lose the vill, so could have been worse, I suppose. Now look at this, Zuppi doing loom quite early here, actually. And he's doing that because, well, he's going to go out and build his dock now. And obviously, if Vodka comes over with his scout and times it, Zuppi could have lost that villager, which could have been nasty. So taking that precaution there, being very careful to get loom first. But, you know, ideally, you don't want to get loom until right at the end of the Dark Age, because it makes your Dark Age a little more efficient. Now, Vodka going to lure his second boar a little bit earlier than Zuppi as well. So, I mean, one thing that helped helped Vodka in that last game with his ability to get a nice, fast feudal time. This time around, we'll see if he can pull off a fast feudal time again. He's obviously going to get that boar a little sooner, and so should get his food income a little faster in the Dark Age as well. Alright, that boar lure is going to be successful. He's not going to lose any villagers this time, and that's a good start for him, it seems. Seems pretty fluid, seems pretty solid, and Zuppi now going to go and lure this boar here quite a lot later, but bear in mind, they're both luring in their deer as well, so Zuppi's had deer, and Vodka seems to have had a harder time pushing the deer in towards the TC, that's for sure. So at the moment, Zuppi, not really behind in any sense, just a little slower getting his boar in, and also doing loom first, which at this stage has cost him a villager. He's at 17 villagers versus Vodka's 18, so keep in mind that Vodka might just have a little more resource income throughout the Dark Age. But to be honest with you, on this kind of map, they're quite far apart, you know, with these dock locations, they're pretty far apart, so even if Vodka is faster to feudal by 30 seconds, maybe not 30, maybe like 20 seconds, which is more likely, it probably won't make too much of a difference, because by the time he's reached Zuppi's docks, Zuppi should have been able to get out a round of galleys to defend anyway. But Vodka up to feudal now, nice and early, and Zuppi here a little later, as to be expected, with that slower second boar. But I'm a little worried, to be honest with you guys. I'm a little worried for Zuppi, because after that first game, he might be feeling a little bit shaky. He might be thinking, "Wow, I shouldn't have lost that game. What's going on? What am I doing? Look at this mess of villagers trying to chop this tree," as he redistributes his villagers now out to wood and out to gold. It does seem like Vodka's off to a better start once again, and you know, kudos to him. I think you know, Vodka. Unexpected, I suppose. Unexpected win that last game and making a good shot of it at the moment. A little messy here with this gold. He's letting his villagers walk all the way back to the TC instead of building a mining camp, which, you know, he can do. He has got the wood for it. He needs to get that mining camp up, otherwise these villagers are going to become pretty inefficient walking that far back and forth. But there you go, mining camp there, and villager now going to go ahead and put that second dock up. Now, if Zuppi's kind of sniffing around with his scout here, he could kill a villager. If he, because I mean, this villager's low, so there you go. Vodka's actually walled that villager in. Wise man. Scout for Vodka, chilling around, and at the moment he's actually not found the docks of Zuppi, so but he's gonna know he's here anyway since he's found his base. But yeah, Scout could be annoying, could find a villager, could disrupt some stuff. Who knows? But Zuppi then doing his third dock now. Vodka's on his 2 docks, but he is up to feudal faster, so this first round of galleys is coming out a little faster. They're about 25%, as Zuppi's are on, well, about 10% now, so there's not a lot of difference in it at this stage. They're both on 20 vils, and Zuppi getting double bit axe again, just a few moments later than Vodka. So Vodka, I mean, like I say, off to a good start. We'll see how it goes from here. If he can do a similar game to last time around, then he's in for a good one, but we'll see. So out comes the first galley for Vodka now, and this villager here, well, he's going to want to help out his scout friend, otherwise he's going to end up losing his own scout. That's going to be pretty nasty. Zuppi with the upper hand in that little fight there. Down goes Vodka's scout, but with 5 HP left, that scout cavalry is not really going to be able to do a whole lot. This time around, Vodka's unable to find any fishing ships early on. Zuppi's managed to get the galleys out fast enough and get the first shots in as well, so that he can actually hold on to the water and probably, well, he obviously plans to win it. Vodka then, no 4th dock just yet. There it is, it's coming up. His 4th dock a little later than Zuppi's. And bear in mind as well, Vodka here was taking some shorefish, which is not ideal. So maybe a little inefficient there. But 4 galleys out here for him. And if he micros well, like he has been doing so far, he could still get a nice couple of wins on the water here. Sinking 1 ship already. And going to want to get out of the way now, as his ships are on lower health than Zuppi's. And it could end up losing that fight if he's not careful. So getting out, good job. 2 kills each. Only one of those kills for Zuppi has obviously been a scout cavalry. Zuppi here, microing, trying to find that ship at the back, but he's not making any gains at this stage. And Vodka here, with a good number of galleys out to defend himself back at home. His 4th dock is up, and these guys now are going to make sure that that galley production never stops. Make sure that that doesn't stop. You got to make sure, otherwise you're in trouble, and your opponent will outmass you on the water. Thank you very much, Cannabliz, for subscribing. Much appreciated, man. Welcome to the Wallow Warlords. You're very welcome here. Let's see those Wallow hypes in the chat. Ivik already on the Wallow hype right there. Dutch glass, there we go. Everybody now. Thank you, man, much appreciated. But yeah, Vodka here with a really solid score lead already. I don't know if that's because of scouting. It probably is mostly to do with scouting at this stage. They both got 4 kills, both got 4 losses, and we need to check their ecos now because we've got to keep a close eye on that villager count, because look at this. Zuppi, 30 villagers, Vodka on 26. So again, he's let his TC idle a little bit. And last time he did that, he was able to win still. But this time around, Vodka is slow to get fletching. He doesn't have a blacksmith yet. And he's down by 5 villagers already, which is a little worrying. Zuppi here with fletching done. He's going to try and push this advantage now. And this is kind of almost like the reverse of what happened last game. Zuppi definitely feeling and looking a lot more confident in this situation, in this kind of mirror. matchup, this Viking mirror. So Zuppi's going to go and find the fishing ships, and yeah, like I say, this is basically the reverse of last game. And if Zuppi can find the fish or disrupt them, he's going to really hurt Vodka's food income. He's going to have a better chance of getting castle first. Vodka's now doing fletching as well. He's coming in here close to the docks, trying to find the fish to try and equalize, but he's not going to succeed. And Zuppi has more military out, and he also has more villagers out as well. So every advantage to Zuppi at the moment, both even on the KDs as well. So right now, let's see, Vodka not taking a huge amount of food. Oh wait, he has got his berries up. Let's see Zuppi real quick. Lots of berries. He's got a couple of farms out quite early as well. So I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to be pretty close to castle still, but with Zuppi disrupting Vodka's fishing ships, I imagine Zuppi might just beat him to the castle age this game, which is going to be pretty interesting. At the moment then, galley count really close still, as to be expected. I mean, it's just a standard water war at the end of the day, but we got to wait it out and see who can pull ahead here. Vodka, let's see, is keeping these galleys coming out? Yes, he is. Zuppi, any idle time at the docks? No idle time for either of them. That's what we expect to see. And I think Vodka now needs to micro very well if he wants to pull this back. Fishing ships, though, are going to go down. That's huge. And Vodka's going to be forced back to try and defend them, but it's a little late almost. These guys, so little health remaining as his galleys come in and finds a couple of free kills, I guess. That could be nice, actually. He's caught Zuppi out with a little number of galleys out here. Easy pickings. But Zuppi's got him on his toes. Look at this. He's like having to run back and forth between two little armies from Zuppi, or a big army and a small army. And now Zuppi with the upper hand, it seems, in ability to micro this. I feel like Vodka really needs to pull something out of the bag if he wants to get the advantage in this galley war. We'll see. So there's Zuppi coming in again on the fishing ships, and they're definitely goners now. They're all gone. There's one left, and I don't expect he'll keep that up. There's the market from Zuppi as well, and I'm expecting we'll see maybe that stone leaving in a second, saying goodbye, so he can get to the castle age faster. He might not need it, to be honest with you. He might not need that that gold to get to castle. But Zuppi taking an interesting fight here. He's still got the military advantage, but it looks like Vodka is able to push his way in here, which is surprising. I mean, at first glance, it's always hard to tell. But Zuppi here, up to the castle age. Vodka much slower, thanks to losing those fish, of course. And he actually doesn't even have a market up yet as well. The market is on the way, and maybe we'll see him sell the stone, but again, he's pretty close, so maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. But like I say, Zuppi here with a much faster castle time. It's the inverse of what we saw last time around, and I think Zuppi with a lot of advantages at this stage. Vodka's trying to take this fight, but this is not a fight to take, Vodka. This is a bad fight to take. Why is it so bad? Well, he's really outnumbered on the water here. Zuppi's got a lot more galleys in this mass, and in a minute, when Zuppi hits castle, Vodka's going to wish that he didn't throw away a couple of those galleys there, because he needs as many as he can get, as fast as he can get them at this stage. Fifth dock from Zuppi should be coming in any second now. The fifth dock from Vodka should be on the way at some point during the upgrade to castle age as well, and I imagine we'll see the fifth dock very shortly. But yeah, once Zuppi hits castle, Vodka arrow, war galleys coming in. We know what's going to happen. And in goes Zuppi here with a little fight. Oh dear, moving half his army away there. That patrol kind of failed a little bit. So I don't see how this can be right. How has Zuppi got 27 galleys and Vodka only 18? It looks like they almost have like identical numbers, but no, I mean Zuppi clearly with the advantage. It's strange. Like, you know, when the boats are all grouped up together, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell how many your opponent has. So there you go. Zuppi got the win as soon as he hit castle there. Pretty expected, I guess. And like I say, Zuppi got his revenge. He did what he had to do. And complete reverse of that first game. Now they're on even turf, I guess. Zuppi proving to be superior, which is what we expected, really, isn't it? We expected that right from the start. And yeah, it's very much GG. I don't know why Vodka was trying to fight there. He was fighting like with 10 less galleys than Zuppi had, and he was trying to micro to victory. But when you're that close to your enemy, like when there's not much distance between you, and when your opponent has 10 more galleys, like it's not going to end too well. It would have been best for him, I think, to just retreat and try and get castle, because he didn't know if he would have been faster or slower to the castle age. He probably had a very good idea, since he lost his ships, that Zuppi would have been faster. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Zuppi kept those ships alive there was huge. And the faster castle time ultimately led him to the win, which is very strong indeed. So there you go, game 2, and Zuppi going to get his win on the board. Expected, I suppose. Game 3 is going to be on Arabia. It's already started. We've got